I think the important thing here, Abraham, is to realize that everybody has their own network of friends and associates, and we're all a little bit different. And as we broaden out, we're going to be even more different than we three who have a lot in common. And so as we bring in more people, there's going to be black people that are only concerned about the black race. There's going to be Native Americans that are only concerned about the Native American race. But
if we don't develop a methodology, it'll take 10,000 years to do this.
Will you let me finish? What we do is we appeal to the interests of the individuals. If we've got a black man that's only concerned about the black race, we ask him to be precinct captain or justice of the peace, judicial officer for his own superstate for building the black community. Larry Somerville might be a real good one in your mind, Abraham. I don't know if it's on anyway, but and that's on the racial basis. There's three main categories. One's geographical, one's racial, and they're all important. And the other one that's perhaps the most important is ideological and religious. Because racial and geographical are all hard, tangible, and everybody understands what those are about. But when we get into the more metaphysical things that's going on in each person's head, then it's ideological and religious, because it gets to your loyalties, regardless of what race or geographical area you're in. It's your belief system. And especially with party politics, with the left-wingers and the right-wingers, they're so polarized right now that they don't even want to talk to each other. They're just pulling out the blades and slashing at each other. And we can encourage them to create their own self-governing communities. See, the reason they're all fighting in the National Congress and everything right now is because they're forced into a single body politic that is ruled by majority rule. That's how the U.S. Congress is presently ruled, and the Supreme Court is ruled. Both House and Senate and Supreme Court they go by majority rule. They don't force a consensus amongst those communities. And so they're polarized and pendulum swinging back and forth all the time. Our method, grassroots bottom up, is built on consensus building process. And probably the first way and fastest way to appeal to people, Abraham, is to build the whole community. Don't go running away there. Is to appeal to their own agenda, their own personal agenda, where they want to stop abortion, or to stop homosexuality, or to stop those damn bean pickers from Mexico coming in and picking our beans unless they've got proper identification from 14th Amendment citizenship status. All kinds of people are worried about all kinds of different things, and I don't care if I agree with them or disagree with them. If they're willing to build their own community with their own constituency that thinks that stopping illegal immigration or whatever is the most important thing on their agenda, boom, go ahead, start organizing your communities, build your own base of your own group of constituents and qualified electors, and then worry about dividing them up racially and geographically to the differing super states. Those other two are maybe secondary. Our first and highest priority for building the community quickly, I do believe, is ideological religious affiliation and political affiliation. That's a wrap.
That sounds almost like Chinese mathematics. I'd like to see what the manual on that would look like, and how would that be distributed to like a couple of hundred people in a document, and then spread over, say, like Facebook or other social platforms to generate the people that come together behind what you just spoke on. There's too many points, too many angles, too much differentiation. You know, Parker Brothers is a big game platform, right? They make all the different board games, right? They got so short, simple rules, how to play the game, and everybody comes together and plays that game, and it becomes a very popular game. Can we put together short, simple rules on how this game is played and talk about it like a Parker Brothers game, and it's going to be the most interesting game, like the game of life. Remember that one? You pop the thing down, the dice pop around, right? The game of life. Well, this is a game of common law. We put the rules together, and we package this thing, and then we distribute it. We distribute the fact that people are going to come online to the Zoom platform and play the Charles common law game, and it's got a certain kind of set of rules, right? And then this thing becomes popular, just like any other game board in the early days when they didn't have internet. They came out with a good game like Monopoly.